Welcome! You are about to enter the Twilight Zone. No, only joking. So, new video. I wanted to talk today about routine. So I don't have any props today. It's just going to be me talking. Hopefully that's not going to be boring. But I just want to talk about how I've had trouble adjusting to a new routine, life without work, how I get myself sorted for the day, and what I'm going to be trying to do to move forward. Routine, what it means and what kind of effect it can have on your mental health as well as your physical health. So before June last year, yes, we were working from home. Things were different because of the virus. So whilst we were all working, well, some of us were working from home and some of us had to go into the office or whatever, I was signed off sick at the beginning of June, and ultimately that led to months of being signed unfit for work, lots of virtual appointments with the GP, having appointments through Steps to Wellbeing for my mental health as well. And ultimately at the end of October, I officially stopped working and have been declared not fit for work. So since then I've been trying to adjust and manage a daily routine. Sometimes I found that looking back, I just found it easier to not really do much and to stay in bed or not move around so much, trying to do as little as possible for fear of triggering some kind of fibro flare. But it was having that was at the detriment to my mental health. I found it was way too easy to get stuck in a safe place and wasn't finding that I was self-motivated. I was more focused on things that I couldn't do rather than things that I could do, and I'm still not quite through that yet, but I'm trying at least, which is a step forward in some respect. I found that something as simple as getting up in the morning, maybe having a shower and getting dressed and doing your hair and things like that, all those things were just slipping. I'm not saying that I was going around stinky. I don't think I was stinky.
You weren't stinky, baby. I'm stinky.
You do stink, but you're a boy, so that's okay. But it was easier for me to put things off and just lounge around, and I really needed to find something to shift that, and it took a long time for me to really get that kind of idea in my head to move on, and rather than think about how fibro has affected things, how I can actually live with it. And it's a slow process, and there are many down days, dark days, difficult days, all the D's. But I think because I've got great support at home, I keep going somehow. And I decided to kind of give myself a job, not in the employment sense of the word, but to start a new job. Casper has joined us again. Cassie, come on. Shh. Hey, I'm recording here, mister. Come and see your people. Say hi, Calcifer. Hello, baby. Oh, and now I'm going to be muddy for the rest of the video because this cat is disgusting.
He's been playing in the mud outside. Kelsey.
Well, I managed to get dressed and look nice for a few minutes. Sorry about the mud. Anyway, forgot where I was. Talking about me getting a job, but not a job, but by having a job to do. So, I decided that from next week, I am going to go to work, but not work. I'm still going to be at home, not able to
Right now, everybody thinks you've lost your mind.
physically work. It's not coming out how I wanted it to in my head. It's much clearer in here. So, the way to help me get organised was to order some stationery. So I am, today I should have arriving, hurry up Amazon, a weekly planner and some new pens because the 3002 pens that I already own aren't enough, and some pen grippers. Because I do find it difficult to write with a normal biro. So at the moment I'm using quite a chunky, like a multi-pen, you know, the ones that you push down and they've got loads of colours on, which is always fun to have lots of colours. So with the planner, I am going to plan my week. And I've promised myself, I'm probably going to renege on this promise, not to be too hard on myself if I don't get my to-do done or it doesn't quite follow the plan, but it will help me get up in the mornings, have some kind of focus. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a go for a few weeks. In fact, 60 weeks, because that's how many pages are on the pad.
If you were going to give yourself a job title for your new job, what would it be? Sorry, that's an impossible question to answer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Executive Rachel.
Yes. I am the CEO
Of your own life.
of what's going on up here. It's quite a difficult job. I might need some assistance.
I could be your PA.
You can be my PA. Yeah. My personal Andy. We'll have to update the credits. So things that I want to plan on doing are things like, it sounds silly, like, but make sure I'm getting ready and stuff like that as normal as I would if I was going to an office job or something. Although not quite as smart, I'll probably still be in my pyjamas some days, but getting up and doing something. So I was going to talk a little bit about showering and why we spoonies might put this off sometimes. So I'll get onto that in a minute. But as far as my days go, I want to include things like a daily form of exercise. So whether that's going for a walk or doing a little bit of yoga that I'm going to give a go. I know I tried sit down Tai Chi, so look into that a bit more. But at least a segment of the day is going to be dedicated to movement, because as the physios tell me, and I've started to say myself, motion is lotion, and you do notice if you're not moving that those pains and aches can get worse. It's not always the case. Sometimes you do need to rest, but a little bit of movement isn't going to be too bad, I don't think. And we live right next door to a forest, so may as well go for a walk now and then. We've managed to get out a couple of times the last couple of weekends, but I want to try and increase my activity a little bit more. So that's one thing. I want to be able to drink more water. I hate drinking water. It's disgusting. But I do need to drink more. because I get very dehydrated and my pee is not the right colour. Sorry to be gross.
Purple.
Yeah, that was a worrying day, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Mum, it wasn't. It wasn't purple. I'm fine. But also, I think it will help flush things out, bad vibe and energy and stuff as well. So I'm going to be drinking lots more water. I'm going to be trying to schedule in some writing sessions, trying to work out the best times to write. Andy's recently been getting up at 5:30 in the morning, and for me that is a no way. I thought I'd give it a go, but there's no way I'm going to be able to do it. I very rarely sleep a whole night, so if I'm asleep I want to try and keep hold of that, and Andy's quite respectful of that time. Bear with, cat is distracting.
The cat is sniffing the green screen.
Why don't you go and catch a mouse or something?
Or a deer. There's a forest next door. Go play in the forest.
I'm surprised he's even out at the moment. Not Andy, the cat, because he's normally just asleep on the bed. Again, not Andy, the cat. Getting up and ready, water. I've already forgotten what I'm going to... Exercise, motion, things like writing. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft lately, which is a game that is on lots of different consoles and PC and everything. And I find when I'm playing Minecraft, it's a really good distraction tool. And I'm becoming a little bit obsessed with it, not gonna lie. I read a lot about Minecraft. I watch YouTube?
What is YouTube? Sounds like a very square thing to me.
I watch YouTube videos with Cassidy and Andy, following a couple of the SMPs that are on there. And actually, I am the first to admit that my mental health is not great, and I do recognise when I'm having problems, and Minecraft has been just great for me to have something to focus on. And not only is it something to focus on, and yes, you've got to fight the baddies and things like that, and you have little challenges that you have to, you know, go and mine for things and stuff, but actually it's quite a rewarding thing when you come across diamonds, and if you don't know what Minecraft is, you'll have no idea what I'm talking about. Or if you kill a skeleton with a bow and arrow for the first time. And dying in lava is...
That's your hobby.
It's a skill. It's not a hobby, it's a skill. Yeah, so it is a great distraction technique, and so I'm going to have scheduled Minecraft times. We do play like together on Minecraft with Andy, and when Cassidy's here as well. It's something that we all do and we all enjoy, so that's quite cool for us to hang out and do stuff like that. But sometimes, you know, when we both write together, then we both feel like we're participating in something together, and it's quite a solitary thing that I know I've mentioned before. But if I was playing on Minecraft, I feel like I'm ignoring Andy, or if he's in the middle of something, he feels like he's ignoring me. So Andy's going to start some guitar lessons, even though he can already play.
I want to get better at it.
He wants to get better.
I've been playing since I was 14, and now I'm 106.
Yeah.
And I haven't really progressed since I was about 18.
Yeah.
Even though I'm a monster master guitar player.
Yeah. So he's setting himself a little challenge to learn, to become more proficient in it.
One song a week.
Yeah. So he's excited that I'm going to be having this planner, because he's going to have time for himself without his nagging girlfriend pecking his head, going on and on, bleats and bleats.
Direct my YouTube videos.
I know my name means you, as in a female sheep.
What Rachel does?
Yeah. My middle name Rebecca means heifer, so it basically is you heifer. Just a cow.
Oh my god.
Blame my mother. She could have called me something proper and Welsh like Anne Harrod. Love that name.
Why? Why Anne Harrod?
No, that's what she wanted to, one of the names she
Oh.
was going to call me when.
Andrew means leader of men.
Oh God, as if your ego needs any more boosting.
Dion, Cassidy's brother, it means one god, doesn't it?
He is a god, though.
He is a god.
He is a god. Don't tell him. So yes, the planners. I wanted the planner to be here when I recorded the video, but Amazon haven't turned up yet. If I keep saying it, they'll arrive.
Yeah.
And I was going to show you it, but it probably would have been a boring show and tell thing anyway, and I kind of did that last week. So yeah, I think getting a routine is really going to help me. It's going to give me some routine. I can't think of the other word. To like some kind of constructive thing, structure.
Yeah, to your day.
That's what I wanted to say. Yeah, so I'll have a structure to my day, and I've been doing the school run the last couple of weeks, and it can be quite hard and tiring, you know, and wipe me out a bit. But for the last couple of days, I've not gone back for a nap when I've got in. I've actually stayed up, and I've found that with copious amounts of tea and Joni Mitchell, I managed to get a couple of thousand words down yesterday and today. So it's kind of spurring me on a little bit because I'm starting to feel like I'm getting the results. So still obviously conscious that I'll need to pace myself and not put myself under any pressure to hit certain targets that maybe I once used to be able to hit. But routine is quite important for physical and mental health, and I certainly appreciate that more now I am unable to work, because it does give you something, and it, you know, I talk about sense of purpose a lot, not just on here, but to Andy as well, because things get lost when you kind of lose that part of your identity, because everyone's job or work is kind of their thing, whether that job is being at home and being a carer, or housewife or house husband, or whatever, or you're actually going out to a physical job or an office job. It does give you a sense of identity, and the socializing aspect as well of seeing other people, which I know really is affecting a lot of people at the moment because of the virus that's plaguing the world and affecting us all. So it's important to look after your mind as well as your, you know, physical side of things as well. So drinking more water and things like that should all help. Eating a little bit better, and I think that's just about it really. It's not a massively long video, and it's probably quite boring for most of you, but for anyone who's in the same kind of boat as me, wait for the aeroplane to go by. Literally no aeroplanes for the last 3 hours.
They know. They wait for you to start recording.
They do
That's when the
wait.
planes come.
They're so mean.
They don't do it when I'm making a video. Off YouTube with Andrew Chapman, go check it out.
Link in the description below. Yeah, so for anyone who's got like chronic illness and lives with it every single day, give it a go. Try doing a little plan, write down a little schedule, because it can really give you that structure, and then it'll be quite satisfying to tick things off, and actually you can reflect on that week at the end of it to say, rather than I can't do anything, you can say, actually I did this and this week. And it might be I got up and got dressed every day, but you still did it. It might be that you wrote a load of words, or you know, you managed to go for 4 walks on 4 different days, those kind of things. But it's all about, for me, learning now what I can do and not what I can't do. So I'm trying to change my mindset a little bit, and hopefully Spoonies warriors out there, you know, you're going to kind of understand what I'm on about. So I'm going to leave it there. Next week's video will be very exciting, so please make sure you're watching for that. I'm not going to tell you any more about it because I'm greedy for views, and I want you to watch this one and next week's. So until then, gentle hugs and peace out. Are you sure this is ready now?
Yeah, I won't be able to see you.
What a rigmarole!
Rigmarole.
Inside joke. You're very distracting over there.
Oh, sorry.
What are you doing?
I'm just checking everything looks okay.
You're not normally that into my eye line. You're normally like stood to the side or something.
Shall I go and stand to the side? Maybe I can stand on this side. Yes. This won't be noisy at all. Sorry. Right, there's an aeroplane anyway.
Are you sitting comfortably?
Yeah.
Then I shall begin.